Everybody, it's Victor. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Saturday, Mosh Pit. Hope your Saturdays are going off to a great start. We have a couple videos that are very close to 3,000 likes, but not quite there yet. So if you want to support the channel, definitely go check those videos out. Again, excuse me, it's totally free of charge. It takes less than a second to do. Just click the like button, and it goes a long way, I promise you. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you by Admirer. Title of the thread was, It Caught Me Off Guard. Obviously, they meant off guard, but hey, I got to read it as it's typed. Me sleeping while listening to some Invicta playing. Suddenly hearing the end credits theme song 4 minutes in. Yeah. Somebody also said that they were surprised to find out that the outro and intro were not like post-edited. I keep telling people I don't do any editing on these videos. It is all like the videos, like I'll show you real quick. Like this is like, here's the outro. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, okay. And here's the intro again. Yeah, all that is done in OBS, so it's very easy to do. Seed day is going to be 699 X-Ray Mike 3 Lima Alpha. We got Crack the Skizzle, good damage, good shot speed, good tears rate to start with. Anyway, yeah, we're looking solid. Mulligan as well. I tell you what, definitely down for it. But yeah, I don't do any post-production editing on any of these stuff. And I don't know how many more times I can say that to people. You know what? No, I'm not going to use my Ace of Spades here because I want to try to get more. Yeah, like 5 keys is good enough. You know, the last time I had to edit was when we had the upload day snafu where I recorded an episode but didn't upload it because I was super tired and just forgetful. And if I do have any editing that I do in these videos, then what I'll do is I'll let everybody know about it. Like it's just like me like saying like, hey, I've got like someone's at the door, or hey, I've got to go to the restroom or whatever. Like I'll pause the recording. I always let everyone know exactly when. Oh wow. Expecting a soul heart there. I always let everybody know when and if that's going to happen. Otherwise, it's just all literally just one raw take. Another soul heart here. Crack the Skizzle, of course, is going to be a fantastic insta-dunk boss killer. Except, of course, if we're going up against a boss like Haunt, where we can't kill him immediately, so we have to kill actually the ads first and then go after the main Haunt. Yep. And, yep. First the maze. Yeah, this is an excellent start here. Tractor Beam is going to give us a nice tears up and also give us a good range upgrade. And on top of all that, it's going to consolidate all of our shots, assuming we get some kind of multi-shot into one beam of damage, which is very, very good at concentrating firepower. And like if you can get like inner eye, if you can get quad shot, even 2020, it multiplies the damage. It just not multiplies, it amplifies the damage because all of those multi-shots are going into one singular beam of damage, and it's quite strong. The Mulligan, of course, is going to give us a chance to spawn an attack fly every single time that we hit a target, enemy target, but it's not guaranteed though. It's on a percentage chance. Don't ask me what the chance is. I don't know if it's based on luck or not. I don't really understand luck at this point in the game. We were talking about it on the 10-year live stream that I did on Twitch over on Wednesday. And basically we had a Tainted Lost run, which I may have already put up on YouTube. I don't know, like that. We had a really, really, really crazy Tainted Lost run for one of the sub goals on Twitch, and it was nuts. But I was talking about how, like, you know, you would think that luck. I have to actually go back here because I don't know if the item room is gonna be down. You would think that luck would like have some sort of effect on maybe like say this. I'm speaking specifically for the Tainted Lost. The acquisition of holy cards, like that would be something that would make sense, right? The luckier you are, the more holy cards you get. Turns out there's no correlation to that because we had perfection for most of the time and just got nothing on one run, which we ultimately lost. And then the run that we did end up winning on was absolutely bonkers. And we had almost too many holy cards there. Like we didn't know what to do with them, and we had no luck, so it didn't make any sense. Wow, we were flush with HP here. A little bit of a swing and a whiff there on Crack the Skizzle, but we are able to take little Steven out first, which means we have a decent chance at getting the damage upgrade from regular Steven. We didn't, but I will take a little Steven anyway because he is an okay follower. I got no problem with him. And Bloody Gust and Fear of the Night is definitely up my alley. So, gonna double back here and go for the shop, as we do have lots of money to start off with anyway. Just wanted to make sure we get that. There we go. All right. There we go. Yep, calm down. Let's simmer down here a little bit, bombs. Yeah. I am going to use a bomb to see if we can get a nickel here. Some people ask me, why do I do that? I did not mean to buy that. Good job, Isaac. Some people ask, why do I bother bombing the keepers? And basically, it's just because if you see a penny in their eyes, they have a slight chance at a higher chance of paying out with a nickel. And if you have multiple bombs, then why not try to make a little bit of extra money? So going on to last week's question of the episode, I asked, what is your opinion of Hamolacria? That was a very Hamolacria-centric build that we had because, well, I mean, we started with it in that episode. And the most upvoted comment came in from Niflheim5630, who simply just said, love it. The second most upvoted comment came in from Kiko Hernandez. Or sorry, no, that one was the third one. Kiko's comment was the third one. I might as well read it. They said, as a player, love it. As a doctor, I would be very concerned. So there you go. Dr. Hernandez does not like Hamolacria in real life, but it's like, for me, Hamolacria is just kind of like, eh. You know, I used to be really, really high on it, and now I'm not so much, just because it's ruined too many runs for me. And yes, I know we have flying. I don't need to bother dodging the spikes, but it's just that force of habit. And the second most upvoted comment, which I read out of order, was Orbito8346, who said, anything to do with tier height is too unpredictable. Tier height shouldn't exist in the first place. It doesn't make sense in an isometric format, and I totally agree. But there's a lot of things that don't make sense in this. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of things that don't make sense in this game, and you know what? I've gotten to the point where I just don't question it anymore. I'm just like, yep, whatever. So this is gonna give us 99 cents very easily. Yeah, that's a whole lot of money right there. We've seen that room before, but it's very, very, very rare. So we don't need the counterfeit penny right now because we're at basically max money. And on top of that, we could potentially get some soul hearts out of the poop piles. Obviously, having flying makes this room a total joke. Speaking of total joke, there's Curse the Tower. We'll take Dead Onion. It's going to give us Piercing Shot. It is going to kill our shot speed, but our shot speed was already pretty high in the first place, and I don't mind lowering it a little bit. For having Piercing Shots is just going to have too much upside to it. Try for my Magic Mush Miracle here. Did not get one. And, yep. I'm going to double back and go to the store. But Hamolacria is just one of those items that, you know, if you get it, like you're basically getting it for the damage upgrade, and that's about it. The tier effect is nice if it's combined with like certain tier effects and stuff, but then it's just kind of like, okay, well, like there's lots of tier effects in the game that are nice when combined with others. You know, but on its own, I think Hamolacria is just not worth the trouble. You know, not only does it modify the way that your shots work, but also, of course, you have to deal with the tier height, as Orbito said, and it's cumbersome to use, and I'm just not a big fan of it. We don't have bombs. I'm gonna buy a bomb and blow up the keeper here, not because I'm looking for any money, but just because I'm just trying to get a little bit of extra chance to get a devil deal. Although we are very low on HP, which I'm not too happy about right now. Secret room is there, by the way. That's where I really should have used this bomb, was on the secret room right there. Say la vie. Actually, no, the secret room's not there. I take it back. That would have been a wasted bomb. I feel vindicated now. A nice dunk there from Crack the Skizzle. We get stem cells, which is going to give us more shot speed, and I do not want brimstone bombs. Not that they're bad, it's just kind of like, I'd rather have the HP. Yeah, the 10-year partnerversary was it was very successful. We had lots of people come over from the YouTube side of things, and it's always great to see the YouTube mosh pit kind of intermingle with the Twitch mosh pit. Not that it's like two separate communities, obviously. It's all part of the same support structure around my content, but it is very nice to see familiar names show up in Twitch when, you know, I'm used to seeing them in YouTube streams and stuff. So it's always fun. Good time. It was over 7 hours of Isaac, which hasn't happened in a very long time. I tend to only play 1, maybe 2 Isaac runs per stream, and then that's it. And the reason why I do that is just because I don't want to get tired of Isaac. And I know it's what people want to see, but at the same time, it's like I play other games than Isaac. You know, like Isaac is obviously the bread and butter of the channel and has been for many, many, many years now. But that doesn't mean I want to play it 24/7. On stream, I like to mix it up. I like to play different games, like to open Pokemon cards. It's a good time. And people are always surprised to see non-Isaac on the channel, that will never not be funny to me. You know, because those are usually the ones who've not been subscribed that long to my channel, because I can tell that like they've never seen me play another game, or they're the ones who make like the, hey, you should try Enter the Gungeon, or you should try Dead Cells. It's like, bro, I've done content, I've done videos on those on those games. Trust me, I played them. There's a popular roguelite that's out currently. I have played it, I promise. And there's, for one reason or another, a reason why I am not playing them currently. You know, I'm not like with Gungeon, for example. I'm not a huge fan of Gungeon. Although admittedly, I only played the release version, which had basically like 2 synergies in the entire game, and that was it. I was not very impressed by it. I thought the gameplay was okay. Obviously, the presentation, the music and stuff was great. But I just was not impressed with the gameplay of Gungeon. You know, Dead Cells is phenomenal. I played through a lot of Dead Cells. And that's a game that I would definitely happily fire up again, especially with the Castlevania update and stuff. And yeah, I definitely need to revisit. I need to revisit Dead Cells because it's been a while. You know, other popular games like Spelunky. I'm not a big fan of Spelunky. I don't like platformers. You know, I've watched my friends play Spelunky and Spelunky 2 over the years. Obviously, it's very popular with like Ryan and with Bear and Malf and Frag, of course. But I'm just not a huge. I just don't like platformers. I don't know what it is that have never really drawn me to them. And Spelunky is like an ultimate platformer, which is a well-designed game. Like everyone says, it's a 10-10 game, but it's just not my thing. And then of course you have Risk of Rain 1, which I absolutely loved. Didn't spend too much time in Risk of Rain 1, but I did put like, you know, a couple dozen hours into it. Risk of Rain 2, obviously I put way more time into that, but the problem with that game for me is that there's too. I knew I was going to do that. As soon as I took my hand off the keyboard for a split second to adjust my fingers, I knew I was going to run into a shot. Okay, let's tighten it up here. This is ridiculous. We should not be taking any damage, especially in a dumb room like that. No excuse. Risk of Rain 2, I stopped playing that just because like I really disliked the idea that, you know, you can spend so long building out a character and you've got this really awesome build and really cool synergies, and then all of a sudden the game is just jacked up to 11 in terms of like damage and like enemy health and stuff, and it's designed to make you lose, and your entire 90-minute build can come down to like getting one shot. And I know that the devs did stuff, they put some stop gaps in there to make sure that players weren't getting one shot so quickly, but it still happens. Like, let's just be honest, like you still get one shot in Risk of Rain 2, and it's really, really annoying and frustrating when it does happen after you spend so much time building out a character. We'll get another Devil Deal here. By that I mean, of course, a Krampus fight. So we could definitely use some damage now. Lump of Coal is definitely going to help. But we're at the point now where, yeah, we're going to need some help on damage. Queen of Hearts, which may be beneficial to us if we end up getting some more red heart upgrades. A swig of water. But Risk of Rain 2, I did enjoy a lot. It was just it was getting old, kind of. It was wearing me thin. Where I would have a really cool build that I wanted to like record or stream or whatever, and then you just get one shot. Like nobody likes getting one shot in a game. It can be funny sometimes. Like it happens in Spelunky a lot, where the deaths are actually quite funny. But it doesn't make them any less frustrating to certain types of players. And I'm definitely, obviously, I'm the one who I don't like dying in games, especially if it's like to some random BS. I get annoyed getting hit in Isaac, let alone dying in Isaac. So like that's to me it's one of those things where it's just like, if I lose, I want to lose on my own terms, not because the game pulled some random BS out of their butt, But what keeps everyone coming back to Isaac is just, it's such a testament to the design, the overall design anyway. Like, Repentance excluded, Isaac is without a doubt the premier roguelite experience, I think. When compared to, I mean, there's so many pretenders out there for one, like Isaac wannabes, and like there's so many isometric roguelites out there and twin stick shooters and stuff that all try to be Isaac, but there's only one Isaac. For better or for worse, no matter how you feel about the game or whatever have you, like it's still perfectly watchable. Like you can always get a different run every single time you play the game or see the game. When we talk about unlimited content, Isaac is it. Like there's just no getting around it. Like no game has more replayability than Isaac does. And you can play it so many different ways. Like how many, we have so many different play styles and philosophies out there and metas out there that people kind of abide by with this game. And that's, again, it's, say what you want about Isaac, but it's a true testament to its great design and what keeps people coming back for more and also brings new people in. But and I was talking about this on the 10-year Twitch stream as well. Like, of course, I'm all for bringing in new people for Isaac. But I'm also definitely like always looking at ways that I would be like, hey, like, I think this would be better for the game if we did this, or, if there's features that we could have that would be a little bit more kind to newer players. Not like hold their hand, but like at the same time make it to where it's like, yeah, like let's make it a little bit more approachable. Bloody Lust. Honestly, I'm gonna re-roll Bloody Lust. We're not really taking that much damage outside of me running into things stupidly. And I want to get some value out of this 4 room, so why not? Why not? 4 room is going to be a global D6, which is going to roll our item room and our boss item. Now, I don't know if the boss item is guaranteed to be another fallen item. I guess we're going to find out. Ipecac is... The thing with Ipecac and Tractor Beam is that it will... It's basically like Haemolacria. Like, you have to worry about the tier height. And if it's activating immediately where there's no, like, soar time in the air, it gets very, very dangerous. I honestly don't even want to take Azazel's Rage. It's that bad. The thing about Azazel's Rage is that you can't turn it off, and there are times where you don't necessarily want to just like blow up an entire room, especially if you have like Death's List or something like that. Even though we don't, it's all about, again, I keep banging on the same point over and over again. It's all about controlling your outgoing damage. The more things you're in control of in this game, the stronger you're going to be. It might be boring, it may not be for everybody, but that's just the playstyle that I have adapted, and it seems to work out okay for me. But not everyone likes my safe playstyle. In fact, there's more than a lot of people who don't like my safe playstyle, and honestly, I don't care. This is the way that I enjoy playing. I enjoy minimizing risk. I enjoy taking what the game gives me, and and just trying to embarrass the game anyway. We see a magnitude of BS that this game throws at you. I mean, you get to witness it every single day sometimes. The super conservative style of play is what works for me. It's what clicks in my mind. And again, going back to the philosophy of Isaac, like that's what's great about it, is that like you can have wildly drastic and differing play styles and philosophies on how like to approach the game, and all of them are correct. None of them are wrong. Give me damage. I don't like our damage right now. Pretty doo-doo. Incubus. Incubus is going to be nice with Tractor Beam as well. And Host Hat. Okay, we'll take some Host Hat here. Haven't had Host Hat in a while. Gotta love that blast resistance, aka bomb immunity. Does not heal us like Pyromaniac, but it does give us explosion immunity from anything, which is really nice. Real nice. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I'm just going to blindly walk into explosions. Some people have roasted me for like, you have Host Hat, what are you walking away from bombs for? Blah, blah. It's called practicing good basic fundamentals. You don't want to get too comfortable walking into things just because you're immune to it this one time, right? Like, yeah, we're totally immune to explosions now, but what about the run where like we forget that we're not? You know, or like muscle memory, you just get too used to walking into explosions, so you just feel like, oh, whatever, this Mega Troll Bomb's not going to be whatever. It's not going to be dangerous, and then you misjudge the distance away from you, and then you end up, you know, eating yourself out of a run. You don't want to get too comfortable playing sloppy. It's the same reason why I still sidestep spikes whenever I have flying. It's just instinct like that. It's just something that you just develop over the course of many hours of playing the same game. Bag of crafting is bag of bad, and eventually maybe we'll get to replace Crack the Sky. I mean, if not, like, it's no big deal. Crack the Sky is great. I'm always down with Crack the Skizzle. That Wicked Crown there? It is. Low. All right, so we get a shop and an item room in Shoal, and I'm definitely down for that. Absolutely. We'll do the full clear here just for the S's and G's. But that's the thing, like, I don't care if people don't like my playstyle. Like, I've never been one to care about that. I still am just going to keep doing what I do. And if it works for some people, great. If some people don't like it or make fun of it or whatever, that's, dude, whatever. That's a you problem. That ain't a me problem. Like, I could not care any less. I like playing the game that with the style that I've kind of become accustomed to. That's how I extract the most fun out of it for me. And whenever I say that, some people are like, you know, well, how can you have fun doing this and this and this? Well, maybe my definition of fun is not your definition of fun. My definition of fun is winning. Your definition of fun might be like taking pills and being zany and losing, like, you know, lots of runs and stuff. Because, well, at least you had fun and was zany, you know, like, that's totally fine. That's not my definition of fun, but hey, you know, I ain't gonna knock it. I ain't gonna make fun of somebody because they want to take pills and I don't. Whatever. It's Isaac. It's how you play the game however you want. And if someone tells you that you're playing it wrong, then screw them. That's what I mean. Like, literally, like, that's just it. Like, screw them. Who cares? They're a jerk for telling you how to play a game. Never be ashamed or never be not proud of the type of player you are. No one's place in the world to tell you that you're doing something wrong in a video game because it's not the way that they want to see it. I am going to take red hearts here because A, booster pack is booster bad, and B, I want the HP for a devil deal if we do end up getting one. You're absolutely flying through this run here. We might sneak a little greed run after this, maybe. Maybe. Gonna stay on negative. The negative amount of HP to proc the, well, the negative, so we can get the Necronomicon effect. I mean, I think there are ways that you can tell someone that, like, don't really like the way they play without being, like, an overbearing jerk about it. What that way is, I haven't found out yet, but I think there are ways that exist for that. We hold on to the Wicked Crown. Guppy's tail, yeah, I guess. I mean, we're unlikely to get Guppy here, but you never know. So Wicked Crown's going to give us an item room inside of Shoal along with a shop, which is not something that you get today, so we definitely want to take advantage of this. Good job, Headless Horseman. Starting straight on into Spike Rock. Now you know what it's like to be me. The Unicorn Stump is interesting, but it's still not... It's no Crack the Skizzle. Crack the Sky is just too strong against pretty much every single boss in the game except for Hush and Delirium. Wow. 2 or 3 Guppy here. We got most of the Blorbs. Notice how Incubus's shots they're combining with our shots, so we're effectively shooting 2 shots, 2 tiers per shot, essentially. That's that focused beam of damage that I was talking about earlier. Takes teams. Doors box is going to give us a W item and a Black Soul Heart, and I would have lost it if that had actually given us a Guppy item. Bible. Coupon. We get BOGO bombs. That was going to turn into a double bomb. Ocular Rift, I think it's bad, but I'll take it anyway. I don't like the item mainly because it sucks in shots, and it does deal... I mean, the effect... The idea of the effect is neat. Oh, okay. So we have to go... Gotcha. So in order for us to go east, we must go north. Gosh, it's Blood of the Martyr just sitting right there. I missed that. So you see what I'm talking about right there? Like with the shots, the enemy projectiles are just kind of like stuck in limbo, like in midair. That more times than I care to admit has caused me to walk into them while they're suspended in animation in midair, while like normally they would just simply have dissipated and then that's that. So, and yeah, that is something that you could get used to, but it's just like, why? Like that's the thing too. Like, you know, people talk about like, you know, well, all you gotta do is get good with Isaac's Heart. Like it's a good item. You just gotta give it a chance. Like, or I could just not take the item and not have to worry about this. If I happen to get Isaac's Heart, then sure, I'll deal with it whenever it gets there. I don't think I need to invest a whole lot of time into becoming some kind of Isaac's Heart pro in order to have this one nuanced skill which shows up once in a blue moon and be like, oh, well, yeah, at least I know how to use Isaac's Heart properly. You don't have to be an expert with every single item in the game. It's a lot easier to just be like, yeah, I mean, I could do that, or better yet, how about I just don't take Isaac's Heart? Now, if the game starts me with Isaac's Heart, then guess what? We got to deal with it. I don't know about that one. Apparently, we're too close to the foot. We're going to get Guppy. Wow. I did not expect that. Father looking at Mom's knife because we are not going to use it because Guppy plus a bunch of piercing shots and tractor beam. Plus the mulligan too. Like we've basically got double activation on the mulligan, which is really nice. And Crack the Sky stuck with us for the entire run. And we've also gone the wrong way. As you do. As you do. Really, this just shows the power of just how good Crack the Sky can be. And, you know, as a showcase item, like, it's superb. After they changed it in Repentance to have a little bit more accuracy, like, Crack the Sky instantly became a premier spacebar item. Like, you use it, if you have it, you use it. You save it for the boss. You use it to get rid of, like, really annoying rooms, like this one here, for example. But overall, you just save it to just instant dunk the boss, and that's that. The boss has no say in the matter. Totally independent of Isaac's damage, and it's just good. Let's sit here and do this. You can hurt yourself with the Polaroid all you want, or the negative. There we go. So super easy peasy run there. Yeah, let's do a cheeky little greed run. For, you know what, give me an Isaac run. Yeah, give me an Isaac run. Blast a greed run real quick. Whiskey Romeo 0 Quebec 19 Victor Tango. Those of you who enjoy the greed runs out there, get a little double feature action. HP is kind of whatever. I'm going to see if the secret room is there. It's not. Didn't play too much greed. I did do a greedier run on for the Twitch, the 10-year partnerversary, and that was something. That was a sub goal. Yeah. You're gonna do that, aren't you? You'll get the. I don't want to do this, but just in case we get a really bad wave, let's get the soul heart here. It's not like we need to prevent red heart damage to get a W anyway on greed run. Wow, that was a really post-death shot right there. Game, I saw that. Yeah, that was one of the sub goals, was doing a greedier run on the marathon stream that I did. And people were like, ah. So some people had never seen Greedier before, and they're like, so this is why you don't play Greedier. Like, yeah, take everything that's good about Greed and then get rid of it. And then you're playing Greedier. Congrats. All that extra money you get for performing well and clearing waves sooner and just general, like, better money drops. Yeah, go ahead and just throw all that out the window. And then give Greed a second super form that you have to deal with. Congrats, you're playing Greedier now. And the YouTube mosh pit spoke. Like you guys and gals are very, very, very clear that no one enjoyed the last Greedier run that I put out. Just because it's like there's no room for commentary. Like, you have to pay attention, and it's just not fun. Like, it's just a not fun mode. Like, I actually enjoy Greed runs. Like, Greed runs are legit. You know, it's a nice break. You know, they're still challenging, and they're dangerous after, you know, especially if you get a bad Eden start. But it's just a nice, different way to get like an arcade version of Isaac. You get your fix in. You know, nice little change of pace. Rare card is whatever. Should try to get some kind. I mean, Sack of Sacks doesn't do anything for us. Now, if this were Sack Head on the other side, on the other hand, that would be different. But so we're just gonna stick here with no upgrades whatsoever on the first round of bosses. Not exactly the space that I'd like to be at. Gotta make every shot count here against Dingle. Trying to kill him before the next boss spawns, because if we don't, then it just gets exponentially more annoying to deal with him. And we didn't even come close. I gotta say, Monstro, lately you've been my least favorite boss. I don't know how many times we got red champion Monstros in that greedier run that I did, but man, I'm overseeing Monstro. I do not know how Dingle is still alive. There's one random dip down here. How? Yeah, okay, thank you. I don't know how Dingle lasted that long. They're gonna have to go back and get a soul heart because I do not want to lose this eternal heart. I'm sure you have no HP. I'm looking at your HP bar right now. Thanks. Okay, 3-cent reroll, and that's about my tolerance for that. So we're just gonna have to go in here with just an HP upgrade, I guess. Perfect example of clown physics right there. Go further than less. A target that is moving towards you that you shoot from the front, and it accelerates towards you somehow. Not how momentum works there, game. All right, we need some big time plays here in this devil deal. And boy, howdy, did we get it. That's actually ridiculous to get a straight up just blank devil deal. That's actually unbelievably irritating. A bomb in here. I'm just shaking. Like, you can't see me, but like I'm just literally just shaking my head right now in disgust. That's terrible. Yeah, you work so hard and suffer through a 0 upgrade level. Get all that way to a devil deal, and then the game gives you that. It's truly reprehensible. On the vampire, at least it gives us damage. And looks like we're just gonna have to roll for something better, because boy howdy, these shops and item rooms have been something else. Coal's good, but it's not a permanent fix for us. Crown of the Vampire at least will give us some sustainability with kills. And like I said, it does give us damage, and obviously Raw Liver just gives us a metric butt ton of HP that we can use for our non-devil deals coming up. Here's the more annoying thing too, is that we're not even locked into a devil deal now, so we have a chance of getting angel deals, which is not good for greed. Traditionally, angel deals are not high-performing items that you can get in greed runs. So that's the real big kick right in the crotch of not getting a devil deal in that last room. Because at the very least, you want to lock in that devil deal precedent, so you don't have to worry about getting an angel deal that is most likely going to be not that impactful. Now, of course, that's not to say that it's just the whole angel deal versus devil deal debate again, but it's more of a microcosm in greed mode because the upgrades are so important, especially the free ones. So you've got to get value when you can out of all the free items that you can get. If you don't, things get bad real quick. So what I'm trying to say is that we need to get a high value, high impact item from an angel deal if we end up getting an angel deal. That being said, hopefully we just get a devil deal and that's just it, but that remains to be seen. Okay, lump of coal, pretty much have to take that, just anything right now. Latchkey's kind of whatever. It's not going to do much for us. It gives us a luck upgrade and a soul heart, sure, and 2 keys. I mean, you know, it's a value buy. All right, Mizuki. Notice how the Soul Judas does give us the damage bonus, unlike the regular Dark Arts. Soul Judas works like Dark Arts used to work for all characters, not just Judas. Or no, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if Dark Arts ever gave all non-Judas characters a damage bonus. Don't quote me on that. I may be incorrect about that. It used to give Judas a damage bonus, but now it only gives Tainted Judas damage bonus, and that got nerfed heavily in Repentance. By the way, love how the game spawned us 2 more Monstros after I got done saying how I'm kind of like sick of Monstro. Guess what's gonna spawn next? Who wants to call it? Who's ready for 2 more Monstros? I don't know how we've DPS'd these down at a perfectly even interval again, but we somehow do it. Oh, it's gonna be 2 Husks. I don't know if that's better or worse, to be honest with this tiers rate. Surely one of them's got to be close to dead, right? There we go. Yeah, this is not an easy wave with low tiers. Even though it's the base value tiers is still 2.73 tiers is low. It's good for a start, but that's about it. You get a devil deal. And Lusty Blood is fantastic in greed mode. And Judas is freaking Shadow. His Rage is just a waste of HP. So we could turn into Black Judas now. Screwed that up. Or wait for another devil deal, which is probably honestly the better of the 2 bets. I want movement speed. I have a chance for maybe a free bomb. Oh, never mind. That's a mimic chest. Still gonna check for the secret room though. Ice bag could be kind of pog if we end up getting a glass D20. D10. Another HP upgrade here. Okay, so we want to turn into Black Judas before we take 9 lives. And there is a blue cap. We're going to take 9 lives. So we now have Black Judas damage, but 9 lives. Now, the only downside to this is that, obviously, we can't get red hearts. But I think given the lack of upgrades that we had, I think that was just something that just needed to be done. We have blue cap in there, which is going to give us a nice tiers upgrade. Yeah, it's an immediate impact item change here that we have. Use of shadow plus lump of coal. So much extra bonus damage we get from those far shots. Is immediately relevant. Halo here, which is a fantastic all stats up. Wow, okay. All right. We have to deal with Dingle first. Knowing as Brownie is, Dingle is the actual danger here. Get some kind of spectral tears or piercing shots would be nice. I mean, really any tier effect would be nice. Seeing how fast Lusty Blood ramps up as well. Every time we kill an enemy, it's going to give us a bonus damage. A bonus damage bonus. Beast tail, yeah, I guess. And I will take Gimpy. Just because Gimpy gives us a chance to get soul hearts every time we take damage, so it's a value pick. I think we save everything for the next floor. The Eternal D-Sizzle. Unfortunately, there's nothing to use it in here with, so. But I like that you're trying, Dice Bag. I see the effort right there. And Curse the Blind. Yep. Curse of the Blind. Love it. Should not exist in greed mode, period. Put it in greedier mode, take it out of regular greed. Just full stop right there. Got an Invisi champion there. Second. Honestly, the big time player here is Lump of Coal plus blue cap. That shot speed down. Could leave Black War up so he could bomb the other boss whenever they spawn. Or we can kill him. Wouldn't hate that strat either. See the way that shot curved even though it's not homing? definitely saw that. This wave. Double infamy, 4 billion Digletts, but they're off the screen. Danger should be over. Oh, that's just terrific. I don't know what the game is on today, but we're getting some ridiculous waves. No way. That was in range of us. All right. Now I'm just starting to get a little annoyed. There's... Looking for a singular soul heart game. Losing my mind, dude. Like, the fact that this is all happening on like a Curse of the Blind floor is also just kind of like the real kick in the pants. Like, legit angry right now. Legit angry. This floor even existed. Is it going to give us a key and a bomb? I mean, we've been forced into this position. Hungry Soul is actually not horrible in greed mode. I mean, Hungry Soul honestly is not that horrible, period. Like, it does have a lot of really good value. The fact that it can spawn from dead enemies is really nice. I hope there was going to be a couple soul hearts in there, but hey. Is this considered art?
Tears down.
How does he do it? And 9 volt. I mean, the 9 volt gives us a full charge for the devil deal, I guess. And we could also roll, like, we could roll the black market, but I don't think we're going to see anything in there that's going to be worthwhile, to be honest. And don't forget, we have to come back through the curse room just to get in there in the first place. I'm not going to take any more HP currently, just because we're going to probably have a devil deal, I hope. That's going to require us to give up a lot of hearts. I have no idea how many bosses we're actually currently facing right now. I don't know if it's 4, I don't know if it's 2, I don't know if it's 3. I mean, we've been getting some absolutely hellacious waves. My favorite new wave 80s band name, by the way. All right. Okay, we have just enough to roll maybe for one extra item. Yep. We'll just finish off our soul heart here. Was there a full charge? If we get a full charge, we could potentially go back down to the black market. Still want growth hormones, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So surprisingly, the greed run ended up lasting a lot longer than the regular Eden run. But too little too late for the counterfeit penny here, but I'm going to take it anyway. As we could have one final push here on this last floor. Double Little Horn in the shop. Gonna blow up the donation, the reroll machine, aren't they? Trying to stay away from the donation, from the reroll machine, because I don't want Little Horn to screw us here. Okay. Yeah, we need a tears up, especially after taking that one pill that we decided to take, which was a tears down pill. As you would expect. As is Invicta luck. I wouldn't do for piercing shots right now. Although not the little knockback jostle that we have with 8-inch nails does help us a little bit with knights. Poor Ragman, man, these waves have been something else. Triple envy. Okay. Get this Devil Deal out of the way real quick, and then we'll take our final push towards greed. This has been quite the undertaking here. Okay. There's our piercing shots that we definitely could have used on this floor. I'm going to take Eye of Belial, re-roll. It's more damage, so I can't not take it. Especially with us being Black Judas. But we're going to need to get our... I mean, all of our money is just going to go straight to Soul Hearts again. I am going to take the tears up, though, because we need it. Or the game's just not going to give us any soul hearts. Right. Sure. A per throw, which doesn't do anything for us here, so... I was really contemplating taking that last HP upgrade for a soul heart. But man, this turned out to be quite the, I don't know. It's hard for me to say it's a struggle bus run, but it doesn't feel like we were overly mega powerful, despite the fact being Black Judas. Definitely, I don't know. You can't call it a struggle bus. It was a frustrating bus. That's what it was. The double bloat sent me. The double bloat Curse the Blind floor definitely sent me. But we're going to persevere anyway, because that's just what we do. Take all the BS the game gives us over the years and just shove it right back in its face. Stupid looking face. This is definitely where Eye of Belial is going to earn its keep here. Look at all that. So I deliberately let all the keys kind of spawn all those ads just so we can get a bunch of hungry soul explosions. Just nuke greed. You're your own undoing, greed. So, despite a little bit of frustration there towards the end, we did get a we got a good greed run out of it. It was definitely something. So, and obviously the Eden run was fantastic. I much preferred the Eden run this time around, but I'm glad we got another run in here. So for Super Saturday, thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed this double feature. It was yeah, it was certainly something. If you did, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. Like I said, it's very easy to support my channel and any other channel that you find here on YouTube. All you gotta do is click the like button, leave a comment down below. Is the best way to support your favorite creators here on the platform, including myself. I would appreciate it. And your question of the episode today is going to be, who is your most hated champion boss? Post them in the comments down below. Have a sneaky suspicion I'm gonna know the answer to a few of them. So thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Mac, Kaizo Blades, and Oliver Wendt. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.